is indeed my pleasure to have each one of you here. And I'm hoping that this session will end up being interesting and insightful both at the same time, so that all of you guys get to see and have a peek at what I think could be the next big thing from the customer experience standpoint in the banking space. Before I go very specifically into retail banking, just a few things which I think have been happening over the last few years in the customer experience space. One is the enormous amount of technology which is getting used. So while our banking is becoming more and more digital, I think there is need for banking to become more and more human. Second thing I think which is very crucial is if you look at the amount of data which is getting generated by all of us doing so many transactions and banks and any of these institutions storing our record, the amount of data which can be mined and the intelligence which can be created out of it is going to be just enormous in the timeline in future. The third thing, which I think is extremely critical, is for all of us to understand. And when I say all of us, essentially people from industry, people who are on the other side, sitting across the table for the customer, consumer, user, is for us to appreciate the privacy of each of these customers, consumers. So with these three large backdrops, I'm here to help you have a peek at what I think could be the next few things in customer experience. But having said that, I can't future gaze too far across. So maybe I would keep my fingers crossed that there should be a future gaze between 3 to 5 years. We should be able to cross that tipping point for some of the things which I envisage happening in the space of customer experience. So some of this, what you see, is going to be a little bit of my wishful thinking in terms of how it should evolve. Some of this is my future gazing or my prediction, if you can say so, which I think will happen over time because what we have seen across last few years. If you look at banking, right, and like we were discussing, uh, there is so much data which keeps on getting generated. So if you look at the amount of data which organizations now have about their customers, consumers, and users is humongous. And our whole emphasis has to be that is there a way for us to use that data in a better way for us to create and ideate about products or services which will make it very meaningful for the users. So our whole thing is what is going to be the role of customer experience if I look at the larger experience standpoint in the retail banking space. While we are talking about this for the retail banking space, I'm sure all of you appreciate that if we look at how the commercial or the corporate banking is or wholesale banking is and has now also taken over with the same rigor as retail banking, because even the corporate customers are eventually end users if they are going to be using Amazon or a Swiggy or a Zomato in their personal life. As a corporate doing banking or as even a corporate customers or wholesale banking customers, they would expect the same level of experience and finesse in the way they interact with the bank. So I'm sure while we are talking of this from a retail banking standpoint, this will end up being the same for all banking. And going into the future, you will see that almost all this banking will eventually take the role of retail banking and will start fusing into one another, is what I think the larger experience or the customer experience is going to evolve around. Moving on, I think if you look at the larger context of things, right, we are we would have seen some of this imagery which you see in sci-fi movies. But having said that, we are not too far from here. So I'm sure when we were watching some of these movies 15 years back, 20 years back, we thought that maybe this will happen a century later. But now, after these 10, 15 years, we think that it is not that far in future. It might happen, maybe if not in 5 years, in 10 years. And hence, we have been able to, by virtue of technology, able to short circuit our vision from a century all the way till 30 years or so. So, my point is, if I look at customer experience in banking, right? It is also going to follow a similar trajectory in terms of where we think the whole movement is going to be around. So if you look at some of our banking experiences, right, and if you were to take a step back, what will make our banking experiences very memorable? What are the things which typically our end customers and users would like to do and can make it very, very meaningful? So, our whole objective has to be that when I'm providing a specific product or a service to my user, is it making difference in their life? Is it dropping a penny, as they call it, in their overall banking experience? Is it creating something which they will cherish for some time in future? And hence, if I continue to make my banking very transactional, then definitely I don't have liberty for me to make the banking very memorable or very experiential. So, from a banking standpoint and a banking parlance standpoint, I would urge each one of you to look at this in a way that can we actually relook at some of the ways in which we try and make sense of our internal metrics and drive them towards business numbers rather than customer experience numbers is what my submission would be. Some of these imageries are just for us to future gaze, but if you look at a scenario, maybe we are a little bit away from here where I don't see that we might have too many screens, right? We will be in a world which is going to be digital around us rather than digital or technology on a screen and be interacting. So, if you can imagine a scenario like this in 5 years from now, what kind of experiences as a bank you would want to create? What kind of uh, services you would want to provide? And hence, if you look at a scenario like this, uh, then can we think that will we even need a customer experience kind of metric uh, in the future of banking? And here, while I'm saying banking in general, I refer to both retail, consumer, corporate, and wholesale banking, all of that put together. And obviously, if you look at some of the things which are happening right now, even in the security space, they are taking world by the storm, right? I mean, people are using services and products in trading like they do simple small e-commerce transactions. So I think if we look at the future and maybe try and envisage the future minus the screens, maybe we'll be better adapted to think for customers and for them to appreciate where we would want to take their experiences, right? So from that standpoint, I think we are better off betting for future rather than just uh, focusing all our energies on current business metrics. When I look at the technology being used, I think we have been using technology in a very crude and cold way, right? If I can say so. Just because I come also from as much as advertising and consumer background as I come from technology, I think our the way we have used technology has been uh, very transactional and to do mundane tasks, which I think is a good step 1.0. And now that we are trying to put in more artificial intelligence, machine learning, and all of that into it, we'll take it to 2.0. But if I look at a larger way in which people will appreciate technology, right? And let's not look at a small horizon of 10, 20, 30 years. Let's look at a larger horizon of next uh, 50 years, right? I mean, if you look at technology, I'm sure all of us will appreciate that you don't want robots to ill treat you. You don't want robots to do tasks for you which you think are useless eventually, right? So, from that standpoint, I think can we have technology upgrade itself to a level that it becomes warm and caring? It becomes just like you and me, where banking becomes so seamless that people feel or look forward to having interaction with technology. Currently, if you look at majority of the way in which the transactions happen or the way we experience things, right? I mean, if you look at people wanting to do a transaction, the authentication of user in the first place itself is so jittery as an experience. When you get a OTP, you have to do some authentication by way of biometrics. You are doing a few things. I think it should get short circuited, and it should be seamless. I mean, you want to transact and you should be able to go ahead and directly do the transaction, because for you what makes sense is the transaction and what you want to do. And if I look at banking, it is all what that matters, right? I mean, authentication and all of that are things which we want to keep as measures in between for our whole ecosystem to be very secure. But I think we have enough and more from a technology standpoint for us to make it very, very seamless. So, from a technology standpoint, can I make this entire thing very seamless for people to feel it warm and caring? Another thing which all of us have experienced, right, is I think the banking in general is becoming more and more faceless, right? I mean, just a few days back, I was on a large conference, and people were saying that eventually I may not need voice bots. I would need a digital avatar or a video avatar for me to converse with our customers. So, when I look at a scenario like this, um, if you look at the way we have structured our banking currently, is very relationship driven, right? So, can I figure out a way for me to make sure that is my relationship banking going to have a face or it'll end up being faceless? And the reason for us to think from these standpoints is because as soon as you try and make it faceless, right? I mean, imagine the amount of trust you will have to build on a screen which you see as a backdrop to this slide, right? Imagine when you as a customer have a screen like that and people are just looking at a voice or looking at a video avatar. uh, for the banking as a domain, trust is a very, very important thing, and that's underlying to any of the transactions which happen. Trust underlying anything which they expect from banking. So, from that standpoint, do we think that when we move it to a larger customer experience standpoint, is a face going to be important? How are we going to do our relationships or manage our relationships in the banking arena, given that some of these spaces are going to vanish, some of these services which the customer thinks are delight right now are going to become the norm of the day? And when that happens, that is when we think that we will have to have customer experience be elevated to such a level that people look forward to banking. People look forward to uh, doing something around banks, which could be around investments, which could be around lending, it could be around doing trade or securities, etc. So, from a larger banking standpoint, when my relationship banking kind of starts dissolving, how is it that I see banking and the customer experience evolving is very crucial for us to think about. I know the imagery is kind of a little bit provocative, and I'm sure people who are not too big proponents of technology and bots and robots will not like it. But I think we'll soon see some of these trends catching up, right? I mean, the imagery which you see of a humanoid, if I can say so, right? A fusion of a human and a bot is not too far. I think it is going to happen sometime soon. And when we are going to become so much driven by technology, right? Um, can we try and focus our energies which are around the design or experience, and then say that, hey, you know what, we will have our banking experience be driven by design, or banking transactions be driven by intelligence rather than just mere transaction. So can we aim for a design led tech or design led banking, because that is what I think the future is holding in for us, right? If you were to look at things which are in the realm of design and technology, we are seeing a fusion of it. We are seeing those lines blurring. I mean, earlier, if I look at 15 years back, and not just banking, any domain for that matter, almost all conversations were revolving around uh, technology can do this, let's do it for the domain, right? So even in banking it happened the same way. Technology can make it available on internet, can we start doing internet banking? But now if you see, internet banking is a norm, right? I mean, it is given. So then people have started focusing on experiences. People have now started focusing on, if I have to do a KYC, can I do a video KYC? Because I don't want technology to be a hindrance. I want it to be an enabler. And when you want technology to be an enabler, it is given. And hence, how you are going to make the consumers experience that technology. If you have to do a video KYC, can it become so sublime and invisible in between, that people feel that it is just a conversation which is happening to the banker on the opposite side, and your processes are getting taken care of in that conversation which is happening. So I think from that standpoint, if we can have technology or banking being driven by design or experiences, that's where I think the future holds for us. Another thing which I think is happening uh, very, very crucially is the amount of data which we were discussing at the start of this session, right? Saying that the amount of data which the organizations now have hands on from individual customers, and for them to draw out patterns from large pools and cohorts of these customers, right? Uh, can we start looking at some of those data points for us to start crafting experiences for the customer? So, say for example, I'm just taking a hypothetical scenario. If I see that my average time the consumer would want to spend for any transaction is between 4 minutes to 5 minutes, including the conversation, and these are large, complex banking workflows like taking a loan, right? Imagine, can I have a 4 to 5 minute as a norm for me to dole out any service whatsoever? So even if the customer wants a loan, I should be able to dish it out in 4 to 5 minutes flat. And if I want to do something like that, how can I start relooking at the larger that of my system, right? How can my KYC happen essentially while the conversation begins? How can I make sure that I have everything which I need from underwriting standpoint of the customer right in first 1 minute, what the customer wants, and for me to gauge should I be able to give that or not in the next minute, and in the third minute maybe we help them do a final finishing formalities for him to understand these are the terms and conditions of the loan which you want, which could be as big as a home loan, and say, hey, on minute 4, the money is ready for your use and you're good to go. So if we start thinking and start crafting some of these experiences basis the data we have about the customer, right? Because that's a typical time the customer takes to be online and would like to spend for a banking transaction. Can I make all my transactions come in that range for people to feel and appreciate what I'm doing for them? So I think the amount of data we have about customers and between all of these customers also, right? The patterns which I can draw between look-alike cohorts of these customers should be something which we should definitely start using for crafting experiences, which I think we have done very little of. So from a data standpoint, I think we have a long way to go for us to start using to elevate or make their experiences very superlative, right? So that's another thing which I think is crucial from a data standpoint. The emphasis we have for business metrics and the focus around that, right? I'm sure if you look at a large organization like Amazon, right? They are a very customer centric organization. I mean, they have everything which starts from customer experience and customer service and ends on customer experience, customer service. So I think for banking, it is super imperative for them to take a view like that and say, if I were to keep my customer or my user centric to my entire banking ecosystem, how would I want to create business metrics which are going to be focused on customer experience? I mean, all of us in banking industry have been taking measures around CSAT, around NPS, but is that holistic enough? Is that good enough a measure? Is that indicative of where I want to take my customer experience to? And I think it is important for us to understand that unless and until we start defining some of these metrics and start measuring them, we are not going to be in a position to start working towards it and reach those milestones on customer experience. So I think it's about time for us to relook at some of these business metrics and say, hey, if I were to step back and make these business metrics not driven on profit, not driven on the time, not driven on the return on investments, which typically organizations look at, but can I have a very holistic view on it from a larger customer experience standpoint? I think across different stages of banking, we have seen banking move from very rudimentary offline to online, online to very experiential now with uh, voice bots and video bots also kicking in. I think the next phase is going to be if I can make it very sensorial, right? So if I look at all the human senses, uh, we wouldn't have uh, had banking actually being experienced from any other sense other than hearing and seeing, right? So these are the two senses. But can there be a sense of smell which can step in? Can there be a sense of touch which can come in, right? If you look at quite a lot of wearables, if you look at quite a lot of uh, technology which is coming around tactical experiences, right? Uh, those two, three sensorial things, I think, are also going to be one of the very crucial things which will happen across uh, domains when the adoption of technology goes very mainstream, right? I mean, we still feel that we use technology for doing something and it's an enabler. Imagine technology just being all pervasive all across around us, and for us to think that, hey, you know what, we don't distinguish between a way of life and you interacting with technology, and when it starts fusing, some of these sensorial things are going to step up, and that's where I think our focus should be around doing some innovations and ideations for retail banking in that way. And the last thing I think I would want to leave you guys with uh, is again, this is like a future which we see where everything keeps on getting fused, right? So if you look at it from that standpoint, and we don't have screens around us, we think banking is happening as normal. What we got to do is for us to take a step back and say, hey, is my customer experience 2.0 something which we see on the screen, or is my customer experience 2.0 going to start from here and it is only going to move forward from here? So I think as professionals in the industry, people who also look at all of us as CXOs who are in this realm, looking at technology, looking at how automation is fueling all of this, right? Digitization is fueling all of this. Can I take a step back and say, hey, you know what? This is going to be my starting point. This is not my end goal. And from here, I'll start defining what the future holds for all of us. So I think it is very crucial for us to take this pause, uh, give ourselves some amount of time, ideate where we want to go as an industry if you look at banking, and also look at the way we have been applying technology, the way we have been using technology, the way we are using automation. Is this what we want, or is there something which, if I would have been the end consumer or the user, do I want to interact with technology in this fashion? So I think if we put ourselves in that consumer user's shoes, we'll be good. And that's where I think we got to focus all our energies on. With that, and doing further ado, I think it was good for me to have this brief, candid future gazing or crystal ball gazing with you to see where we are going to be headed. And if you look at the banking world, right, I think it is going to be very important for us to understand that when I look at a world like this, it is going to be that as the end user or end consumer of technology, I get to interact more and more with it. I get to have it as part and parcel of my life, rather than it being one extra hoop or one extra step in anything I do. So imagine if e-commerce were to become so sublime and invisible, right? That I think of something, I just approve a shipment to come to me. I don't have to go through the discovery process of different products. Similarly, in banking also, if I think of something and I know the system knows my preferences, the way I would want to interact, if it is with a person, without a person, the best ways for me to authenticate myself, if we can decide the best ways for the consumer to interact with us, for consumers to experience us, I think we would have cracked the code for the future. So that is all what I thought I would share with you guys, given that I could future gaze into. But I would be more than happy to hear. You have seen, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, write to me about this, and I would be more than happy to have a candid conversation and get to hear your viewpoints. With all of that, thank you so much. It was nice sharing my so-called hazy vision with all of you, and how I think the customer experience 2.0 is going to evolve for retail banking and for banking in general. Thank you so much.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.